Well, I, I, I think CCS, saying CCS is impossible doesn't draw from the experience that we have. And in essence, with enhanced oil recovery, we've been practicing CCS for 20 years. We've had carbon flooding in order to increase our production from oil wells that have been, we thought, played out. We inject carbon dioxide to move that oil out, and that carbon dioxide stays there. So sequestration of carbon dioxide is definitely achievable. We've done it. Now we're looking at doing it at a rate that would that EOR could not serve the rate at which we're producing carbon dioxide from coal generating facilities. So we're looking for reservoirs, so to speak, or other means to absorb the carbon dioxide. The first priority was to look at essentially reservoirs. Where can we inject it into the ground? There are other things coming up now that were looked at before, but now have more value. Looking at aquatic cultures, essentially growing algae in a cycle where they're going to absorb carbon dioxide and therefore can be used for other purposes. There's also, with regard to carbon dioxide, even the production of cement, which is, I think, some ways away. But it's important for people to realize when they talk about energy security, and for the U.S. government. We had a summit last week, the Department of Energy and Department of Defense, concerned about and expressing concern and needing to do something about energy security. That translates to we cannot depend on foreign oil to conduct our Department of Defense missions. Fuel jets, fuel the Army, fuel the tanks. We need to correct that situation. In doing that, there are alternatives. But one of the alternatives that seems to be overlooked is we have coal, and it's ours, and it's indigenous here and other places. We can look at that coal as being gas. We can look at the coal as being liquefied. That is a resource that needs to be looked at to provide energy security.